with an update on negotiations between WWE and Mercedes Moné and more. This is Wrestling Rambles. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Rambles with notifications on, and don't forget to like the video. Revealing why he will not make a WWE comeback, AJ Francis, formerly known as Top Dolla, said this to WrestleBinge. It is one of those things like sometimes you fly too close to the sun and like, did I enjoy my time in the WWE? Yeah. Did I appreciate all the friends and relationships I built while I was there? Yeah. But like, they didn't want me. You know what I'm saying? They proved it twice. So it's like, I'm not the kind of guy that is going to keep going back to my ex-girlfriend telling her how much I miss her. If you don't need me, that's cool. I hope it works out for you because I'm going to be alright. At a recent WWE live event, CM Punk said this to the crowd following his match against Dominic Mysterio.
Like all of you, I'm disappointed that Rhea Ripley wasn't here tonight. I was looking forward to hoisting her up and body slamming her to cause California to break down the San Andreas Fault, fall into the ocean. Maybe next time. Give yourselves a round of applause, you beautiful, beautiful people. You packed this place days after Christmas. You spent your hard-earned money and your valuable time to spend time with us, and I appreciate that. But I'm going to need you to get really, really loud, because I need all the help I can get. At the end of the month of January, I go to the Royal Rumble. And damn it! If there was a sign hanging in this building, I'd point at it right now. But I'm going to point to my heart. That's where all of you reside until I walk into the Rumble and I walk out the winner. That's me finishing what I started. And it's not over then because I'm going to go on the main event WrestleMania.
Then you can finish.
And that's not me finishing my story. Sorry, Cody. That's me just getting started.
As Stardom Pro wrestler Julia is set to see her contract with the promotion expire in March, there have been reports that WWE is interested in signing her. Speaking about these reports, she said this to Tokyo Sports. This is the first time I've been asked this directly in an interview, reports of WWE having interest in her. What can I say? Julia has grown up, but I still have things to do in Japan. On X, the AEW Botches account pointed out that multiple video clips showing botches from the AEW Worlds in pay-per-view have been disabled due to a copyright claim. For more information regarding Kevin Dunn's departure from WWE, Steve Carrier wrote on X, it was reported yesterday that Kevin Dunn has informed WWE on Christmas that he was leaving the company. When speaking with a WWE source that has knowledge of the transition, it was relayed to Ringside News that the departure was not sudden. In fact, WWE has been laying out the groundwork for his departure for the last 2 months. Hinting that her time in pro wrestling might be at an end, former WWE star Emma posted this on Instagram. 2023 was filled with highs and lows. The man of my dreams proposed to me, and I lost my dream job at the company where we first met. While I'm not sure if I'll ever wrestle again, I am sure that I'll turn this into a positive. No restrictions, no putting things on the back burner, time to follow my heart. Following his loss of the AEW World title to Samoa Joe, it seems the former champion MJF will not be around in AEW for some time, with it noted that many that Fightful spoke to immediately following AEW Worlds and said that they expect MJF to be off TV for a while immediately, if not almost immediately. MJF had sustained a plethora of injuries during his AEW title reign, but was adamant that he wanted to see it through. As MJF is often influential in his own creative, there's always a chance he could insist on an absence not happening, but it's expected internally. MJF has long said that his AEW contract is up at the start of 2024. He's not told anyone any different, but WWE sources have claimed that they've not had conversations with him, though there was interest as recently as a year ago. As Chris Jericho has been accused of sexually harassing former AEW star Kylie Ray, he would be hit with NDA chants at pay-per-view. AEW President Tony Khan was asked about these rumors that surround Jericho, to which he said this at the post-show media scrum.
Anything like that in regards to Chris's behavior. And like I said, these are all basically internet, and again, there are people in this who have an agenda per se, but again, these questions do need to be asked, and obviously, like I said, as respectfully as I want to be in this situation, just to kind of just bring it up and just ask as best as we can, because again, there also was another situation, former talent of AEW did post something that has been perceived as a confirmation of these allegations. So
I can't speak to that. I would just say what I had mentioned to Kevin earlier, that we have a disciplinary policy or a disciplinary committee that things are referred to, and that everybody in AEW, anybody who's ever wrestled in AEW, has an open line to talk to me or this group, and always has. And that's how we've always acted, and that's why I believe AEW has the safest environment, and AEW is the safest place in pro wrestling. It's why AEW has definitely the best safety record in wrestling, and I believe we maintain it. Thank you.
Khan also said this regarding AEW sexual harassment policy from the company's handbook.
We're very serious about, and we've had a policy in place, and certainly I think any time there's anything like that, we would make sure we do everything we can to prevent it. AEW has the best safety record, I believe, of any pro wrestling company in the world. I believe we have the most safe environment. I believe we have the best safety record of any pro wrestling company, and I would hold the record of AEW on safety against any wrestling company in the world, and I think AEW is the safest place for pro wrestling. And if any of our wrestlers ever have a concern, they always have an open line to talk to me, and I believe anybody would sit here and tell you they always can talk to me anytime they are concerned about anything.
Can you speak to what the policy actually is, though, things that have been disseminated to employees, things that are taken to report?
Well, certainly, if there was anything that came to light to me, I would take it to the disciplinary committee, and that's how we've been doing it. And I think our disciplinary committee has been doing a great job, and everybody knows they have an open line to me or anybody on that committee.
At that same media scrum, Tony Khan also confirmed reports that Andrade El Idolo is leaving AEW.
For Andrade El Idolo, he's been a huge performer in the Continental Classic week after week. I talked about this great run Collision's been on. Andrade El Idolo has been a huge part of it. Also has wrestled on the other shows and in the Blue League of the Continental Classic. He's outstanding. I wanted to keep him involved at the top. And if we had been able to reach an agreement, certainly he would be somebody we would slot in a prominent position. I think we did everything we could to show Andrade El Idolo we really do value him, and I think this last run he's had in recent months has been tremendous. And if this is going to be the way he's going to leave AEW, talk about leaving on a high note, because he had a great match with Miro tonight, something that I think people had wanted to see for a long time. Miro had said he was going to respect the Continental Classic, in part because I demanded it. I wasn't going to let him affect the wrestling and have outside interference, because there were no personal grudges. There was not supposed to be anybody interfering. It was just great wrestling. I thought Andrade's matches, Andrade El Idolo week after week, tremendous in the Continental Classic. We also had talked to CMLL and said I would love to set that up because Andrade El Idolo had a great history there. La Sombra has a great history in Mexico. I am a big fan of his, and I thought that was something very nice we were able to put together. I don't know exactly what the future of that would be, but I do know that Andrade El Idolo is a great wrestler. I appreciated him coming and having such a great match tonight, and if that was his last match in AEW, again, he left on a very high note over these recent months with the Continental Classic, the great matches he's had really since the beginning of Collision, week in, week out, and the great match tonight, certainly with Miro. And also, speaking of people finishing.
Apparently, the talks between Mercedes Moné and WWE did not go well, with Dave Meltzer saying this on Wrestling Observer Radio. She was absolutely talking with WWE. From what I was told, they were far apart on money. There was one person in WWE who said, until she shows up and signs a contract, just remember what happened with CM Punk. I was told that this afternoon, just remember what happened with Punk. I was told that by multiple people that they were far apart on money. The other thing with her is that she has other things with her, whether it's acting or other companies she's involved in, that could be an issue. With AEW, I think she would have more freedom to act, although WWE would probably give you more freedom now than under Vince McMahon because he's such a controlling person. When it comes to a possible AEW debut for Moné, Meltzer added, there certainly is a lot of talk of her in AEW. We will see what happens. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.